Hello everyone, I am ready this morning to show you freezer-friendly breakfast recipes. I'm going to show you how to make them, I'm going to show you how to freeze them, and then I'm going to show you how to reheat them for on the go. You can even reheat them and just have them in your house. It doesn't matter. First one I'm going to show you is the English muffin breakfast sandwich. Then we're going to do a breakfast burrito, which is always a favorite. Let's get started with the English muffin breakfast sandwich. Now I'm going to be making 6 of these today, so you want to crack 1 egg per English muffin sandwich. So I'm doing 6, so we're going to be cracking 6 eggs into a medium bowl. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now these are just the large size eggs. I'm going to go in with 1 extra just to be certain I don't skimp on anybody. All right, 7. All right, we're going to add in a 1/4 cup of milk. We're going to start seasoning these up. Some salt, I just go right across the top. So it's about 1/4 teaspoon. We've got black pepper, and we're going to keep going. Garlic powder. My family loves their eggs seasoned. Now the garlic powder is about 1/8 teaspoon. Some onion powder, 1/8 teaspoon. Keep it light. You don't want to overdo it. Whatever y'all like in your eggs. Some paprika, 1/8 teaspoon. All right, bring your whisk in and whisk this up. There we go. Okay, what we're gonna do, let's move those out of the way. Bring over a baking dish. Now this is about a 9 by 12. You can do a 9 by 11. Okay, let's spray it. Just got some cooking spray. All right, we're going to take our eggs and we're going to place them into our baking dish. All right, we're going to place this in the oven that's been preheating at 325 degrees for 18 to 22 minutes. You want to make sure that your eggs are set and there's no jiggliness to them once they come out of the oven. Then we're going to cool them down. All right, I've got a sheet pan out. We're going to place our English muffins on them. First, we're going to cut through them lengthwise. All right, I'm going to use the whole pack. And let me show you what these are. These are the Thomas style. All right, let's get these out. We should have 6 of them. There we go. All right, I'm just using a bread knife that has a serrated edge. I'm just going to cut down lengthwise, like that. Then we're going to place them on our sheet pan. I love a good old English muffin breakfast sandwich. Okay, we're going to take 1 stick of butter and we're going to melt it in the microwave for about 45 seconds. And we're going to coat the English muffins, the insides of them, the tops and the bottoms. Not too much, you don't want to drench them. These are so worth it. For back to school, you can just unwrap these, heat them up, send them on their way with one of these for breakfast. They'll be happy. My kids love breakfast sandwiches to take before they go to work. There we go. What I'm going to do is pop these in the oven along with the eggs and start getting these nice and toasty. While we're waiting for the eggs and the English muffins to get done in the oven, let's talk about the breakfast meat. You want to make sure that it is pre-cooked. Whether you pre-cook it yourself or you buy it pre-cooked, that's what you want. My husband loves the Canadian bacon breakfast cuts. These are always a favorite. My daughter loves these also. My son and I love these sausage patties. We love those in our breakfast sandwiches. So I'll be cooking up some of these, and then we'll be placing some of these into our English muffin breakfast sandwiches. So all I'm going to do is just take a small skillet, place some breakfast sausage in there, and just kind of heat them up and get those going. They smell so good already. These are pre-cooked, and I use the Jimmy Dean Heat and Serve. They're very fast to do. So I'm just going to put a few in the pan, probably a few extra, heating these up. Now I like to add some water just to keep it from burning. Helps them steam, and then it doesn't smoke your house out. All right, I'm going to place the lid on. All right, just for a few minutes, and then we're going to flip these over and get the other side. All right, a few more minutes. Take the lid off. I'm going to remove my sausage onto a paper plate that's lined with some paper towels. That way they can drain. Oh, they smell delicious. All right, I pulled it out of the oven. I'd already checked the eggs. They're nice and set. You can always use a toothpick and just kind of go in and make sure they're not wobbly. You can cut these in squares to fit your English muffins, or you can use a circle, like a biscuit cutter. This is about 3 inches. So I'm going to go in and cut 6 of these. All right, and I'm just going to use a small spatula to pop these out. There we go. All right, my English muffins are just right now out of the oven, so we're going to bring those over here and start building our sandwiches. I'm going to be using the sliced cheese. This is Deli Deluxe American cheese. They're not even wrapped individually, so they're just on top of each other, which is perfect. All right, let's find all our bottoms. Just place them on our work surface here. All right, we're going to place an egg on top of each one. We're going to put a piece of cheese on top of that. I'm going to take my cheese and I'm going to cut it into a circle. All right, we're going to place sausage on 3 of them. And we're going to put Canadian bacon on the other 3. And now we're going to take our tops and then place them on top. A breakfast sandwich. Check that out. Let's wrap these up. There's many ways you can wrap these up. You can use like this press and seal that I'm going to be using. You can use saran wrap. You can use parchment or wax paper or even foil. Lay it on your work surface. Place your sandwich right in the middle. Bring in the 4 corners. Tucking everything in. Make sure everything's nice and tight. There you go. Now what I like to do is take a freezer safe Ziploc bag, place them in there. Now you're going to be able to write the date on your Ziploc bag with a Sharpie. That way you know when they went in the freezer. Now these will keep for 1 month in the freezer. To reheat these, you would pull one out, unwrap it from the wrapper that you have it on, put it on a microwave safe plate, and I would just wrap it with a paper towel, just very loosely, place it in there for 1 minute at 70% power, and then if you need more additional time, like 20 or 30 seconds, then you can do that at regular power. And then let these sit for just about 30 seconds to a minute before you chow down. All right, we're moving on to breakfast burritos. Who doesn't love potatoes, sausage, peppers and onions, cheese, all wrapped in a flour tortilla? Let's go. We're going to start in a large skillet. We're going to heat up some butter and oil. 1 tablespoon of each. Maybe a little bit more butter. I'm going to place my burner on a medium-high heat. We're going to start getting that hot, and it should be sizzling in the pan. I'm going to be using these frozen crispy hash brown dices. We're going to measure out 2 cups. All right, that's what they look like. All right, we're going to start adding them. We're going to season with a little bit of salt across the top and some black pepper. Got to season the potatoes. We're going to cook these down till they're nice and golden, a little bit of crispy on the outside and heated through. All right, while those are getting nice and crispy and golden brown, I'm just going to take an onion, take off the ends, the outer layer. Let's cut our onion in half. We're going to make small dices. I'm going to run my knife through, following the lines of the onion. Probably do about half of an onion. And then we're just going to drag our knife through the slices to make our dices. We'll set these off to the side. All right, that's my pepper right here. You can use green bell pepper, yellow bell pepper, orange, different colors to make it look pretty if you want to do that. You can use the sweet peppers. There we go. A few more minutes and these will be nice and crisped up. Okay, our potatoes are crispy and nice and heated through. We're going to remove them, just place them into a bowl, and then we'll set those aside. I've got 1 pound of Jimmy Dean regular pork sausage. Now, I love this for breakfast. It's got a nice flavor to it, but you can use whatever sausage you want. I'm going to place it into my hot skillet. All right, we're going to break up the sausage. I'm going to add my peppers and onions that are chopped up. There we go. All right, we're going to cook this down until the sausage is nice and brown and the peppers and onions have softened. All right, the sausage is nice and browned up. The peppers and onions have softened down. We're going to drain any excess grease that we have. That way we don't have wet burritos, or better yet, we don't have greasy burritos, which you don't want. I'm just going to take some paper towels, push it in to the meat, and make sure that we get it all up. There we go. We're going to add the potatoes back in. In a medium bowl, we're going to crack 8 eggs. These are large eggs. 4, 6, 8. And if you have any shells, just nab them. 1/4 cup of milk. Bring it over my favorite seasonings. What do we got? Salt. Right across the top, black pepper right across the top. I'm looking at 1/8 of a teaspoon garlic powder, onion powder, and paprika. Grab a whisk or an egg beater, beat this all up until it gets nice and frothy. We're going to pour the egg mixture all into our sausage and potatoes. All right, we're going to stir this. Cook those eggs into the potatoes and the sausage, peppers and onions until the eggs are just set. Until those eggs are no longer wet. We want to make sure the eggs are cooked through. All right, we're going to turn this off. Now what I like to do with the burritos is take my flour tortillas. Now these are burrito size. I'll take one out. I've got a large skillet. I'm going to place it over medium-high heat. We're going to heat this up. Now I'm just going to place these in there for about 15-20 seconds on one side, flip it over and do the other side for 15 or 20 seconds, and then I'm going to heat them all through. I'm going to be doing 8 of them. Make sure it's nice and hot. All right, let's go. Count down. All right, that's number 8. Let's build some burritos. We're going to take one of our burrito-sized tortillas that we lightly toasted, and we're going to take a measuring spoon that equals half a cup, and we're going to go into our mixture, kind of overflow a little bit. We're going to place it right in the center, down towards the end a little bit. Leave your sides open. We're going to take some shredded cheese. Now I have a Monterey Jack cheese and I have a sharp cheddar cheese, and I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of both right on top of the mixture. Oop. All right, we're going to tuck in the sides. We're going to bring over the bottom edge, bring it over the mixture, tuck it in, squish it under, keep the edges in, and then roll it. Pull the edges in, roll it until you have a burrito. See, it's all tucked in like that. Now I'm going to wrap my breakfast burritos in these foil sheets. They're 14 by 10 inches. Just going to lay one out. I'm just going to tuck in the sides. Pull that one in and roll it like that. So whether you're using saran wrap or parchment paper, wax paper, or press and seal like I like to use at times, or foil, you can do it like that. All right, they look like this right here. They're foil sheets. They're called pre-cut pop-up, and they're 14 by 10. You can find these in your grocery store. All right, we're going to take a Ziploc bag. Now this is a freezer. We're going to place these in, squeeze all the air out, and then you can write on there the date that you made these and how long they're going to last in the freezer. You can also put on there the directions for reheating these if you want to do that. There we go, 8 burritos. Now the burritos will last in your freezer for 2 months as long as you have them properly wrapped. So we're going to take one out. You're going to unwrap it. We're going to place it on our plate. We're going to microwave this for 2 minutes. We're going to let it rest for 30 seconds to a minute. You can eat that just like a burrito. I'm going to cut into it for you so you see the inside. There we go. Look at that. That's delicious. Look at that cheese. It's just all melty in there. Yum. Let me know what you think of my freezer-friendly breakfast recipes. Was your favorite the English muffin sandwich, or was it the breakfast burrito? Everybody in this house has their favorites. Y'all, make sure you give me a thumbs up, comment down below, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification. That way you'll always know when my shows are posted. I'll see y'all on the next episode.